to just make the best of what they've got. What that means is they've got these people, and they have to get them to do this job. So they've probably got on their team a few workhorse pawns, people they can rely on to just churn out the stuff day to day. They've got a few knights in shining armor, people that really do the great stuff, the superstars. And they've probably also got a few drama queens too. We all do. It's the business as usual. It's the stuff that keeps the show on the road, but it is absolutely critical. Companies that neglect management, companies that don't value management, fall over. If they're only thinking about what's to come and they're not thinking about how they're making money today, then they can't succeed. So management is absolutely critical, but it is not leadership. Leaders look at what is, and they look at what could be, and then they disrupt the status quo to bring about change. Now, why does it need leaders to do that? Why can't managers do that? Because change is pain. We all know that. Any of us who've been through any kind of change, personal or in our businesses, know that change is extremely painful. Even if you were enthusiastic about the destination, it was still painful. And people will not go through that pain unless they're willing to follow the people taking them there. And where you have followers, you have leaders. So, management, business as usual, keep the show on the road, make the best of what you've got. Leadership is change, because change is pain. You certainly cannot bring about change if people aren't going to go with you. So the first thing, and it sounds so simple, it sounds so easy, it's the hardest thing in the world. You need to be straightforward and honest. And to do that, you're going to need to know what you stand for, and then you're going to need to stand for it. And the other thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to develop what's called intimacy. You're going to have to be the sort of person that people are willing to talk to open up to share what's really going on with them. Now, both of these things require huge bravery. Being straightforward and honest, knowing what you stand for and then standing for it. How many of us have been in a meeting where we've not liked the way that the conversation is going, we've disagreed with the points that are being made, a decision is coming and we are going to disagree with that decision, and a big part of us wants to say no, and then a voice inside our head says, stop. Keep quiet. Don't isolate yourself. They seem to know what they're doing. They probably know what the right thing is. Who am I? Or the one I really love. I'm going to save that for something more important. And the problem with that is that in the past, we all knew that our boss would do stuff like that. They'd go into the meeting, they wouldn't say what they really thought. And we knew that when we were the boss, we would do the same thing. But when levels of trust are so low, your people are looking at you to see if they can believe what you tell them, if they can believe in you. And when you don't say what you really think, their worst suspicions are confirmed. They cannot trust you. And the next time you ask them to go through pain, they're going to say no. And generating intimacy also requires bravery too, because people are not going to share who they are with you unless you share who you are with them. We want an authentic human connection with the people we work with, and that includes our boss. And if you don't have that authentic human connection, if you're not willing to know what you stand for and then stand for it, and be the only one in the meeting saying, I disagree, if you're not willing to open up to people and create a genuine, authentic human connection, people won't go with you. And then what right do you have to call yourself a leader?